Let's make history. Roosevelt Island, which is that narrow island that lies between Manhattan's Upper East Side and the borough of Queens. It lies below Queens Bridge and was called, prior to the arrival of the Dutch in the 1600s, Minnehanonk by the Lenape Native Americans. The Dutch, when they arrived, called it Hog Island. When the English took over, a Captain Manning acquired the island and briefly it was called Manning's Island. 20 years later, his son inherited the land and named it Blackwell Island. In the early 20th century, it got the name Welfare Island because it had several hospitals, an insane asylum, a penitentiary. There was actually a smallpox hospital. It's still there. It's a tourist attraction. You can visit it. You can't go inside, but you can visit and see it. The only way that vehicles can access Roosevelt Island is through Astoria, through the Roosevelt Island Bridge, which originally that was called the Welfare Island Bridge when it opened. And in 1990, it got its own train station, the F train. The tramway, the Roosevelt Tramway, is a good way to see New York, not just for tourists, but also there are people who were born and raised in New York who haven't seen this massive city from certain angles. Initially, Roosevelt Island wasn't even laid out in a way to accommodate vehicular travel. There are many designated spots on the island where you can't even drive into at all. Most of the property are rentals, particularly co-ops, the average rent being about $3,500 a month. Another cool feature of Roosevelt Island is Four Freedoms State Park, where they host many events during the summer months.